for whatever it's worth, I couldn't sleep. My knee hurts. I don't know what else. I had vodka, but usually that puts me to sleep. And then I wake up. That didn't happen. I just can't sleep. So here we are, late in, early in the morning, I guess. I'm going to start playing Attack Sub. I decided to let the Russians be the first player because, well, their ships are not as good. They have lower sensor values, they have lower attack values, and there's really nothing in their favor at all. So, let's put these out, see what we got here. And this scenario is no special rules, so the victory is to destroy the other. I have a weapon locked. I have some evasive actions, which aren't terribly useful, and I have a passive sonar. The weapon lock's a good number. I'm going to discard 3 cards and draw. Gives me another sonar at least. See what I got. I got a couple garbage helicopters. Great. Passive sonar, evasive action, contact reduction. I want to keep these. I too will throw 3 cards. Now, you kind of want to keep the hands up because there's so many red cards in this game. It really is not something to play solo. I'll play a couple scenarios though, because I want to at least show some of the surface ships in play. Okay, back to the Ruskies. Bunch of weapon lock-ons. I have an active sonar. I'll have Skvortsov attempt to do an active sonar on Baltimore, just because they're the closest to. Okay, that is resolved, and I always have to look these up the first times. If the modified number is greater than the current ship's detection value. So this has a detection of 6. My sensor is 3, 4, plus a card, but I can play things. I play a contact reduction from the Baltimore, and I could play a passive sonar from each. I play a passive sonar from the Los Angeles. The Los Angeles hears the Skvortsov's pings. So that's resolved. Now, what were we at? Sensor value 3, 4, 3. I'm going to go higher than the detection number. It's a 4. I didn't find anything. I have an action over here. I could use my passive sonar at this point, or I could hold on to it. If I'm pinged at, it's useful. Otherwise, it's probably not. I will also take a plink then at the Baltimore. There's nothing that helps with that. This doesn't add anything to the number. So we're looking at a sensor of 3. With plus 6, the Ivan has detected the existence of that. And I get 2 more cards. Unfortunately, these weapon lock-ons aren't going to help me right now, but they will eventually. Okay. We're here. Now, he's got a smaller hand than he had before. I have to get rid of at least 1 card, either play or not. The Los Angeles is aware of the Skvortsov. The Baltimore is not. It's at no contact, so I can't open range or anything. These are not bad cards. Holding the passive, I have to play it or discard something. So I'm going to play with the Los Angeles, trying to target the Skvortsov. Skvortsov has a detection of 7. It's actually quieter running. So there is an advantage. And but the sensors more than make up for that. A 10 point means I have detected it. And Baltimore's not doing anything. I've now got the capability, though, to shoot this thing. I should have contact reductioned it. Crap. Oh well. All right. We are going to play the contact reduction now. We need a 4 or higher to drop that thing. We don't get it. And over here, the Ivan Rogov. Already has a bonus on this. I'm going to ping the Baltimore. So I have a sensor value of 4. There's nothing that helps with that. I did not find. Both ships played. So we throw these down. Gah! All right, over here. Hey, I've got a weapon lock on. I've got a 1 point contact. This could win me the the attack on the Skvortsov. My next one has a contact of 3, so there's nothing that's going to help with that. So I will shoot at the Skvortsov. He does not have any detection capabilities. That gives me a fire value of 1. Looking for procedure, it's not here. The weapon lock-on card, current attack value, evasion cards, greater than defense value. Okay. So I've got a fire value of 1, an attack value of 3. That gets me to 4. Plus 3 is 7. That doesn't break an 8. So that did not impact. Blue has no idea of anybody else. So I am going to active sonar over on the Ivan Rogov because I've already got targeting on this one. It doesn't make sense to concentrate fire. It's fairly easy to destroy these subs. Not as easy as it should be, perhaps. That's something the designer brought up, is that he kind of made the ships a little tougher so that there's more game involved. But it is still fairly easy to really knock, or at least knock them for such a loop that they can't do much to you for a while. So we're looking at a sensor value of 6. I have nothing to see with. Plus 4. I have gotten a detection on this. The Los Angeles is, no one can see that. I already fired the weapon. Okay, so I draw 2 cards. That makes sense. Okay. Over here, this is a handful of garbage. I got nothing I can do with it. I'm not even going to hold any of the weapons lock-ons. There might be some that are a good buy. So like, most of these are equal value, but this is contact 4, fire 5. And that's pretty potent, but I think repair is the only special thing you can do in a turn that doesn't require a card. All right. Over here, what's going on? I have weapon lock on that has a contact of 3. I'm nowhere near that. Which means like close range, that's always kind of useful. Both the enemy subs are detected. I'm going to active sonar from Baltimore to Ivan Rogov because my sensor values are good. That gives me a 6. We'll contact reduce that down to a 4. And we'll do a passive sonar here from the Skortsov, I guess. This would be more useful if I did it the other way. But what the hell? Okay. So this goes from a 6 down to a 4. Brings it to a 7, which is a successful detection. Okay. And then we go to the Los Angeles, who could play the sensor, but I think instead I'm just going to ride up on this guy and get him to a 2. You can see the danger with closing range, right? I end up not gaining. I got a handful of shit. Helicopter useless, too expensive. Decoy could be useful. Maybe I want to keep this. They're kind of rare. Okay. Back over here. What have we gotten? First things first, we got a weapon lock on of 2. We don't have that yet. We'd like to increase our value on the Skortsov. How are we going to do that? Well, we could close range. Instead, I'm going to ping him. That gives me a 6. He has nothing that helps in any shape against that. 7, I further detect that. That's gotten me up to a good valued one. This guy. If I close range, that would cause me a level of detection we don't really want, even though I have an evasive action. I am actually visible enough to be fired on. I'm going to open range on this. Yeah, it means both my ships are targeted there. He's going to cancel that. Oh, damage control, those are rare. We're over here. Let's go hunting. A lot of active sonar. We kind of need active sonar because we suck. Pink is good at seeing the Los Angeles, so I'm going to hunt that. I've got a sensor value of 4. Nothing I can do to help it. I could raise the contact value up from here. The likelihood of this thing doing anything is low because the active sonar is already out. So I am going to do a passive sonar to detect that. And because I don't know that he has that many active sonars in his hand. So that's a 4 sonar, 5, the active does not detect. All right. That means the Ivan Rogov is going to try to detect this, And again, at a 4, we do detect it. And the Rogov's the orange. There was nothing could be done there. Since both ships went, I get a handful of cards. Well, I have a better fire value with this, but contact of 4 is so unlikely, I'm going to lob that sucker over there because I get a second shot at 3 otherwise. What does this do here? It's got an evasive action. So the fire value is 6, minus 2 is 4. This is against the defense. That is a hit. And now we draw to see what the hit does. Attack times 2 and a sensor, the ship is sunk. The Skvortsov is gone. That reduces his hand size. The US could get a victory if they can leave, but I'm in no position to leave right now. I have no other cards that I can play. So I get 2 more cards back. I must have played a reaction card. Okay. And this doesn't necessarily mean it was sunk. Well, yeah, it does. Okay. Looking over my line, I've got a bunch of garbage and a sonar. What do I want to do? Well, I have a shitty attack. I will attempt active sonar on the Baltimore. Just check. Nothing there. You know, lots of evasive actions. Okay, so 4, 5 didn't detect anything. I only get 1 card back. Over here, a bunch of garbage. Do I want to keep a good evasive action? Let's keep 1 good evasive action because he has the capability of firing on the Baltimore. That one doesn't even know it's there. Okay. This is a useful card. I'll get rid of these 2. Got 2 more. Come back over here. I'm aware I could close range. I have an evasive action. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. No counter. I'll active Sensor with the Los Angeles. I'm going to passive sensor that and become aware of it. Active sensor 6. I have detected it. And that gets me 2 cards. I wanted to keep the active sensor so I can build up more number because I got a big attack. Oh no, I threw that out. Here we are. I got a contact number of 2 on the Baltimore. We're going to fire at it, try to even this up. That's only a fire value of 1. Decoy is going out there, so attack value is just 1 right now. 4, that's not the defense. It's not going to do a thing. Oh, I should get another card. These are both high contact numbers. We have nothing here. Unfortunately, I have this helicopter, but I have things I want to play. Los Angeles is going to active sonar this. So I'm at 6 to... boop, 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 boop. No changes. Not good enough. And over here, I'm going to go with a contact reduction. And on a 4 or more, this gets reduced. And now I get 2 cards back. Okay. Over here, weapons lock-ons aren't going to help. Technician isn't going to help. You know, I don't have a high number on anyone. Now we got a shot. Over here, got an active sonar. That's really the only thing I have, but I could do some contact reduction. Okay. Contact reduction on a 3 or higher, this goes down. Not going to get attacked. And an active sonar here, no passive there. That is a 6, of course. Not good enough. Over here. Sucks to be me. I no longer have my weapon aimed at anything. I guess I could try to run away, but the game sort of doesn't really encourage it. It's just you win if you wipe out the enemy, or you win if you knock out one enemy ship and leave without taking any losses. I think so. In a real life situation, if this sub knows these 2 subs are there, it would try to get away. But the game is couched in a sort of a way that that kind of thinking doesn't even seem to apply. It almost seems too gamey in terms of the victory conditions. But that is what I would be considering doing. Unfortunately, I'd have to get to no contact on everything. And that's going to be a hard job. I got to swap batteries. Something this interactive, it's very easy to lose place. I think I'm trying to figure out his turn. But while I'm thinking about that, well, while I'm not thinking about that because my mouth is running, I did remember to check the designer on this. I still forgot to check the Moskva. And no, he's not the guy who did Naval War. He's the guy who did Up Front. And somebody pointed out, hey, this is sort of upfront light for ships. You know, I don't know if I completely agree, but yeah, I do see some of the similarities. I've only played Up Front once. I played it at the store just to get kind of an idea. And yeah, with the distancing and stuff like that, yeah, it does kind of feel similar. I like this better. Maybe because it's light. Okay. So I could close range. That would open me up to being able to make a fire here. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to discard all of these. That's a shitty attack. That's not a bad attack card. All right. I'll draw 2 cards instead of 1. Don't. Well, that didn't help. Okay, we're over here. I'm worried I'm missing a roll. So I'm going to look. I'm worried that firing... No, only if you have passive sonar, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm worried that firing always gives you an added detection, but no, you need the passive sonar, as far as I can tell. But you can see the higher values for sensor especially. Yes, this is a little bit quieter, but the higher value for sensor is really a big advantage. The attack value is also an advantage, but nowhere near as much. Well, we have a bunch of garbage here. We are not even detected. This is useful. I don't really like close ranges. I'll use them when I have to, but I'd rather hope. All right, again, I got a handful of nothing because these are both on the no attack level. This is a really good card, or this is a really good card. These guys are not. I'll throw again. Okay. And you're only allowed to play one red card per action, usually. Battle stations is the difference. So like, you know, I can evade or passive sonar if I'm attacked. Speaking of which, contact of 3. Nobody's got that yet. I am going to do a contact reduction with the Baltimore. Needs a 4. Nope. And the Los Angeles, well, he can already shoot the Baltimore pretty well, so I'm going to close range on him. You get when you got 2 possible targets and one's already easy to see, might as well make them both easy to see. Neither of those allowed me to fire this off, but now I have a fire value that I can do. I'm going to launch. Okay. No defensive, but passive sensor from both ships pumps up the values. Fire value 2, 3, 4. We're looking at an 8. No go. Back over here. Weapon lock on. Active passive. Okay. The Los Angeles is going to fire a weapon. I don't know what he's going to do, so I'm going to play my passive and get that up to a 3. Oh wait, no. No, I've got to do an evasive action. Okay, so I cancel out the fire bonus, so he's just +3. 7, good thing I did, otherwise I'd be taking a hit. Puts me on him. I could contact reduce. That might not be a bad idea. Or I could active detect, which also might not be a bad idea because if I get a fire 4. I'm going to go with the contact reduction. I succeed. I don't know if I really wanted to do that. Oh well. That was dumb. Los Angeles wanted to. Yeah. Okay. Over here, I've got garbage in hand. I'm going to discard a card because that passive is probably going to be useful to me. Who knows? Goes back over here. No weapons. I could close range, but that puts me in danger. I could ping, but that puts me in danger. I'm going to throw 2 cards. And I should have the first duck marker up here, just as a reminder. Over on him, no weapons. I'm going to contact reduce against the Baltimore. That's successful. Hey, I got a shot. No weapons. And I've got enough shit that I want to do it. Okay. I hate using active sensor here, but gotta do it. Gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I could just throw everything out. The Baltimore is going to ping against the Yvonne Roger. That's a 6. Seven, 8. Baltimore is up to a 3 now. And over here, I could do a contact reduction, but again, he's got one target. Oh no, he's got me. Yeah, I'll contact reduction. RN4, not good enough. I get 2 cards. Sometimes my thinking doesn't match the reality. Back over here, I got a weapon lock on. I need to fire. I need to hope. We'll do that, and we'll do a passive for the Baltimore and pump it up. Okay, so contact and fire are the same. I'm at +2. I need a big roll. I get one. That's a hit. 1 attack, 1 sensor. Yeah, wrong players. I fired on him. Okay, well, that has weakened Los Angeles, but again, it's still at least as good as the Ivan Rogov in all values. Okay. Except that it can't take as many hits. I don't need more sensor, particularly. I don't really want to close range, but I might want to open range. Yeah, I'm going to open range with the Los Angeles. I'm going to deny. Okay. I'll do a contact reduction. No. Contact reduction or open range? Those are the big questions. I'm gonna open range on the Baltimore. Nothing can be done about it. That moves this down. I'm down to no contact, so I can't keep opening range on it at this point. My numbers just aren't good enough. Over here, the numbers are pretty good. I'm going to contact reduce with the Los Angeles. RN3, success. That drops that down. And for this, I'll ping, which is a 6. These are just evasives. Make it a 5. Ugh, and it's a big number, so they detect. Very shortly, I'll have to reshuffle. Okay. Got a weapons lock on. This may be over. Evasives look good to me. I kind of don't have much I can do. Since I have nothing on him, I'm going to throw 2 cards, and that draws me 3. Back over here, I got a weapon lock on. The Los Angeles is going to do the lock on. Right? I don't know. Got contact reductions. Fuck that. The Baltimore is going to do the lock on. I don't have a passive. Got this. It's a +3. 5, that's not a hit. My next action is going to be a contact reduction from the Los Angeles. But I have to reshuffle the deck to get to it. From the Los Angeles, doesn't work. 2 new cards. I don't remember. I think maybe I passed on the Baltimore accidentally. Over here, contact reduction against the Baltimore. Nope. 2 new cards. Looks like we're going to have a discard very shortly. I mean, my hand kind of sucks for what I've got. I'm in really good shape here, but I'm just going to discard because I'm not getting the weapons I need. Both my ships have lock-ons that they could use. This is all garbage. I will throw everything except the evasive action. Again, the wrong hand for the time. All right. Now we got some lock-ons. We've got a 2 and a 4 firepower. This is my 4. The Baltimore is firing both of these. It's able to sum them up. That gives it 5, 6, 7, 8 attack value. You might make an argument about making 2 attacks. I don't accept that. 8 attack value. Here's the problem. Evasive action of -1. Almost anything's going to hit. Do I just hope for a dud? I think so. So I'm going to boost my value there. That's a hit. Attack goes down by 2. The Ivan Rogov is sunk. That is the end of the sub duel. The US subs in this scenario are infinitely better. It's a good teaching scenario in the sense that it'll let the person who's more used to it play the Ruskies. They'll still probably lose, at least if, you know, the person you're teaching has any clue whatsoever and isn't. But yeah, and it can be fun. And there's enough luck in the game that this scenario could go the other way. You know, so much of it's what kind of deck of cards, what kind of hand of cards do you end up drawing? All right, let's send this one up. I'm going to do at least one more because I definitely want to get something with helicopters and stuff in it. I don't know how many I want to do because this game really is not a solo game. As you can see, I'm just, you know, picking cards and whatnot. But I do want to show some of the other capabilities that the ships have. So up it goes.